Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Nothing, sir. Voice mute లో ఉంది ఎప్పుడు చాలాసేపు.
yes. I'm not getting what you are saying.
It was on mute, sir. So that's why just I'm telling.
No, no, no. I just told you I'm drawing the figure.
Ah,
Right. I think
okay.
in the last class we were discussing about this liquid phase treatment. Right. Now it is slurry phase. Slurry phase means significant amount of solids will be there and liquids also will be there. It's like a slurry, right? So if the soil is a slurry, contaminated slurry soil, right? So here it will be like here you will add in the pan feeder, right? And afterwards, so recycled water you can make use, and this is attrition well, right? And afterwards, so it will go to Dremel screw, right? And from here, so it will reach a right? This is the process, and it will be agitated, right? And afterwards, so once it enters into the bioslurry reactor. So here the bacteria which is present, right, aerobic or anaerobic, whatever it is. So depending on the design, right, so that bacteria will consume the contaminants and afterwards, so that will be disposed. And here, so it will be separated, solid disposal and recycled water. This recycled water you are adding here and here in different places, right? And if required, you are adding additional clean water here, right? So you are removing coarse materials at this point and also at this point, and you will dispose these coarser materials, the solids, and the water which is coming, right? That recycled water you will try to dispose of even into the streams, right? And here, so in all these cases, you will have that means generally there are different stages, right? So breaking down of solid particles, right? And so you have to add some uh, oxygen if it is a oxidation process that may be required, and so volatilization. So those processes also you may initiate or you may augment in this case, right? And this is briefly, that means this is self-explanatory figure, right, which is used for the slurry phase treatment. This is also a biological, right, treatment. Right? And next phase treatment is solid phase, right? This is 2, 3 is solid phase and vapor phase treatment. And here there are different sub treatments. There is land treatment, composting, soil piles. So here land treatment is a widely used technique in the case of municipal sewage treatment plants, right? So in the sewage treatment plant, the whatever the sludge or slurry which is deposited at the bottom, so that will be uh, dumped on the nearby soil, right? And it will be plowed. So whatever the bacteria which is present on the surface of the soil will try to consume the contaminants present in the sludge, right? That treatment generally we'll call it as a land treatment. And composting is where there is a significant organic component is if it is present, so that can be composted, just especially municipal solid waste which we are using. So that solid waste, if it is a kitchen waste or something, so that you can uh, treat it using a composting technique, and this compost which will generate between 2 to 3 months, right, can be even sold or even can be used for the growing of plants right? Or it can be sold to the farmers, right? So that they can be used effectively for the growth of the crops and other things, right? And next is the soil piles. So this is also something like that. That means they will dump in the form of pile, a heap. But so in that they will try to place some pipes and with the porous pipes so that they can supply oxygen, so that the oxidation process will take place and sufficient quantity of oxygen is available for the aerobic bacteria to grow on it, and that in turn will consume and it will degrades the components, right? So these are the treatments generally which we use in the solid phase treatment, right? Right. Composting is known to you, right? So again, you can have different types of composting like windrows, static piles, or enclosed reactor system. There is a sub classification will be there, right? You can go through it. Only thing is in composting also there is a necessity to uh, supply a certain amount of oxygen. So that's why frequently, at least once in a week, so you have to disturb that material. That means so top layer you will try to make it. That means the bottom one and bottom one you make it as a top